REED-BBS, BBS. Devin the Dream Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. B-Storm the Norm. It's penciled in for November for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the world. As this fight was being rumored and talked about, I thought it was a case of clout chasing, being honest. It wasn't until I saw confirmation videos from B-Norm the Storm, Brian Norman, and then a confirmation post from His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh that I believed this shit. This is one of those instances where two things can be true simultaneously. Two things can be true simultaneously. First and foremost, we have to give Devin Haney the utmost praise and props for bravery and ambition. This brother wants it. He's not just on Twitter typing about it. He's in the ring actually doing it, fighting the fights. So applause to Devin Haney in that regard. You can say what you want. You can say it how you want about Devin Haney. He continues to face the best possible opposition. We talking Kambosos two times. We talking Lomachenko, followed by Regis Prograis, followed by the Rye guy, RyanGarcia, followed by Jose Ramirez. And now, out of nowhere, you pulling B-Norm the Storm out your ass? The rest of Dev's contemporaries, the Tanks, the Teofimos, the Rye guys, they talk about it. They on Twitter saying this and that, the Keishans and whatnot. Everybody's big and bad and bold with the Twitter muscles and Twitter beef. Devin Haney's in the ring doing it. Even stylistically, if you don't like how he does it, you have to respect and appreciate the fact that he does it. With all of that said and established, the second part, number two of what can be true, is Brian Norman is the worst possible opponent. The worst possible opponent for Devin the Dream Haney. Couldn't draw up a worse one. I don't know of any matchmaker that has Dev's best interests at heart that would take the Brian Norman fight, especially on the strength of their last two fights for both men. I just don't get it. I don't see it. The risk versus the reward is just not there in this instance. And from a matchmaking perspective, when the risk reward doesn't add up for your guy, you don't take the fight. You don't take this fight, Dev. The risk reward is out of whack. The threat of Brian Norman is very real. And what are you gonna hold him off with, Dev? A jab and lateral movement? And what else? I'll wait. On top of that, Dev gets touched up a lot. Loma touched him up. Linares touched him up. Even the Rye guy, who's only got a left hook, and everybody knows it, the Rye guy touched him up. At an elite level, Dev gets hit. He's a slick black fighter. He's got all the slick black fighter, quote unquote, elements. He's just not that slick. Motherfucker's a slick black fighter with piss poor defense. And it's not a matter of if, but when he gets hit by B-Norm the Storm, Brian Norman Jr. It just doesn't add up here. And even though His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh is funding this, Brian Norman ain't a money fight like that. I seriously doubt Dev is making what he made for Kambosos or the Rye guy or even Loma in this fight. On top of that, JaronEnnis is in the process of vacating his IBF and WBA welterweight championships. So why even bother with Norman in the WBO right out the gate? It's two other belts over there that could be scooped up just as easily that Dev could position himself as a mandatory challenger to survive for the vacant title for. The risk reward just ain't there. But I'll bookend my comments by again saying, hey, points for bravery, points for courage, points for ambition. Thank you, Devin Haney, for taking this fight because it is intriguing. It is intriguing for sure. We also got the battle of the daddies at play here. Dollar Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr., two of the thirstier daddies out there. I call them pageant moms just because of how much mess and drama these boxing dads have been keeping up lately. But yeah, Dollar Bill and Brian Norman Sr., they love their FaceTime, and it's already been interesting before this fight was even officially announced. They already going at it on social media. So I can't wait for the pressers and the press tours and things of that sort, all the media-related shit for this one. Can't wait. Haney versus Norman will be part of the Riyadh season Ring 4 card in Saudi Arabia, which also features El Monstro David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. We have, who else we got on there? We got Sam Noakes and Abdullah Mason vying for the vacant, now that Keyshawn didn't make weight, the vacant WBO lightweight championship. We also got Bam Rodriguez, who is fighting July 19th in a unification at super flyweight. He'll be fighting Puma Martinez on this same show, November 22nd in Saudi Arabia against Puma Martinez, like I said, to further unify the super flyweight division if he handles his business on July 19th. But yeah, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Some fights predict themselves. I don't think Dev could run or stick or move enough to beat Brian Norman here. But we'll break this shit down and make an official prediction when the time comes. REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar. Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.